Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankee baseball here on September 9th, 1961, between the Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. Let's take a look at the Cleveland Indians starting lineup. We got leading off for the Tribe, playing second base, Johnny Temple. Batting second, playing center field, Jimmy Pearsall. Batting third, playing left field, is Tito Francona. Batting fourth, playing right field, is Willie Kirkland. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Vic Power. Batting sixth, doing the catching, is John Roman. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Woody Held. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Mike Delahose. And on the mound, one of my favorite names in baseball, doing the pitching, MUDCAT Grant. And for the New York Yankees, we're going to make one change here. Going to move Moose up in the lineup. Forgot to do that. All righty. Now, for the New York Yankees, leading off playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstops, Tony Kubek. Batting third, the home run champ with 63 home runs, playing right field, Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field, Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field, is Johnny Blanchard. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Billy Gardner. And batting ninth on the mound for the New York Yankees is Raleigh Sheldon. Let's get this game started here at Yankee Stadium, folks. And Big Clue's in the house. I hear you, Big Clue. Raleigh Sheldon's making his 20th start of the year. He's got a 2.93 ERA. He's 10-5 in the season. He's got 5 complete games, and the first batter he'll face is Johnny Temple, batting .270 with 4 home runs and 41 RBIs. And here's the starter of the game. That's going to be a ground ball down the Kubek. Tony up with it. He's going to fire over to Moose at first, and that'll be out number 1. Start this game. And that'll bring up Jimmy Pearsall. And Jimmy's batting .308, 3 home runs, 31 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gardner. As soon as you put somebody in the lineup, the ball finds them. Gardner makes a nice throw over the first for 2 outs. That brings up Tito Francona. He's batting .243 on the year, 10 home runs, and 59 RBI. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Tito pulls that ball. Roger gets over quickly. He's going to hold him to a single with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Willie Kirkland. Willie batting .259 on the year, 28 home runs, 97 RBI. And that's going to be a infield hit. That's going to be some trouble here as Gardner fields it, holds on to it. So all of a sudden, with 2 outs, the Indians are making noise against Sheldon. Can he get the all-important third out here? Here's Vic Power, only batting .223, 1 home run, 51 RBIs. And as soon as I said only, I should have known that. Another infield hit, folks. The bases are now juiced. All this coming with 2 outs. Here is John Roman. He's batting .298, 17 home runs, 68 RBIs. Can Sheldon get out of this mess, folks? 2 outs. And no, he can't. That ball is hit over third base. And that ball is rolling around out there. Roman puts on the Jets, and this is his second triple of the series, folks. And that clears the bases. All this with 2 outs. Sheldon cruising until 2 outs, and now all of a sudden it's 3-0, and still with a runner down at third. Woody Held's up now, batting .243, 13 home runs, 50 RBIs on the year. And that's going to end the inning. That's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby at second. But all that noise with 2 outs. Indians 3, Yankees coming to bat. Richardson, Quebec, and Maris. Got the work cut out for him as MUDCAT Grant's on the mound, making his 31st start of the year. He's got a 3.72 ERA. He's 13-11 on the year, 9 complete games. And he's going to be facing Bobby Richardson, batting .256, 3 home runs, 57 RBIs. Can Bobby get something started here for the Yanks and get some of them runs back? And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Roman makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Tony Quebec. Tony's been hitting the ball good lately. He's batting .275, 6 home runs, 53 RBIs. And he set the table for the M&M boys. A ball's hit out to Pearsall in center. That'll be 2 up and 2 down. And here comes the man. The season home run king, Roger Maris, batting .270 on the year, 63 RBIs, 163 home runs, 125 RBIs. Can he get number 64, folks? No, that's going to be an easy ground ball down the Temple at second. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We go to the top of the second. It's 3-0 Cleveland. You got Della Hose, Grant, and back to the top of the order in Temple. Della Hose is batting .269, no home runs, 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Moose at first. He'll take it himself. That'll be out number 1. That brings up MUDCAT Grant. And he's batting .213 on the year, folks, with 10 RBIs. You can't take him lightly. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Sheldon's first strikeout. But this is how the first inning started, with 2 quick outs, and it sure didn't end very well. So can Sheldon get the all-important third out? Temple start the game off with a ground ball down to short. And that's going to be another ground ball, this one down to Gardner at third. And Sheldon settles down and has a 1-2-3 second. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Blanchard due up here against MUDCAT. Mick's batting .314, 47 home runs, 138 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Mick. And that's going to be a base on balls. Don't want nothing to do with him. Hey, legends. I hear you. I hear you, legends. You going to do a game here later, bud? Let's see what legends got planned for today. That'll bring up Moose Scourin, batting .272. He's got 38 home runs on the year, folks, with 130 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. The Yankees ain't happy about that. They're up at the top step, but Grant had just walked Mick. I don't think they're intentionally hitting Scourin. I think he's just a little bit wild here, folks. But the Yankees are chewing him. Nobody comes out of the dugout, but it's first and second, and Johnny Blanchard's up. Johnny's been hitting the ball well lately. He's got that batting average up to .250. He was down in the 230s. He's got 20 home runs on the year, 49 RBIs. Oh, you're going to do a game at 11 tonight? All righty, game number 3 of the NLCS. Sounds good. So can Blanchard, with one swing and a bat here, tie this game up, folks? Here's the pitch to Johnny. And he doesn't tie it up, but that's going to be a single in the left field. And that's going to score Mick. And Scourin's going to stop down at second. And all of a sudden now it's 3-1 New York. Still nobody out. And that brings up Mr. Howard, Elston Howard, who's having one heck of a season, folks. Batting .342, 13 home runs, 62 RBIs. It'll take a heck of a hit here to get Scourin and Blanchard in. Howard, not much speed either. Cleveland's looking to turn two. Here's the pitch to Howard. And forget about that, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Elston Howard knocks that ball into right field down to 296 mark. And just like that, the Yankees score 4 in the second and still nobody out. Grant can't believe this. Cruising through one, and now he can't get a soul out. Billy Gardner's up now, batting .235. He's got 2 home runs on the year and 11 RBIs in a limited play. Can Gardner keep this hit parade up, folks? And no, that's going to be a ground ball down to De La Hoz. He fires across the diamond for out number 1. And that'll bring up Sheldon. And after getting beat around in the first, he comes up the bat batting at 178 with the lead. He's got 3 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. 2 ground balls down the third. 2 outs. We're back to the top of the order, and Bobby Richardson. Bobby popped up the catcher his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the temple at second. And that'll end the inning, but not until the Yankees score 4, and 3 of them on the home run by Howard. And take a 4-3 lead as we go to the top of the third. We'll have Pearsall, Francona, and Kirtland do up here against Sheldon. Can he settle down and hold this lead? Jimmy grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Quebec scoops it up with no problem. And that'll be out number 1. And here comes Tito Francona. This is where Sheldon started running into trouble. And the hit machine took over. Tito singled and came around to score his first time. Not this time, as Mick comes in, makes the nice catch out in center field for out number 2. And here comes Willie Kirtland. He singled his first time up, folks, and came around to score also. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Kirtland trots on down the first with 2 outs. And we're going to have the same 2-out magic as we did in the first. Here comes Vic Power. He singled and came around to score his first time up. Sounds like deja vu all over again, Yogi said in the dugout. And not this time. That's a fly ball out the right field. Rogers got it measured. And that'll be out number 3. The Tribe leave Kirtland stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the third. We got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle, the M&M boys, due up. Tony, he flew out to center his first time up. Can he get aboard for the big boys? And he does. He squares this ball up, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field off the wall. Quebec standing down at second with a leadoff double. And here's the question. When they pitch the Maris here, the pressure's off. The record's broken. See if they'll pitch to him. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And for some reason, Quebec took off for third. And they're going to get him at third, folks. Not very smart base running. So now you're going to have Maris down at first with 1 out and the Mick up. Don't know what Quebec was thinking. Guess the ground ball hit to the right side. He thought he could make it. That brings up Mick. He walked and came around the score on the home run his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And who's calling for it? De La Hoz is calling for it. That'll be out number 2. And it's up to Moose to do something here in the bottom of the third. Moose, he got hit by a pitch and came around the score. Is he going to make MUDCAT regret hitting him? And not this time. That's a fly ball out the left field. Francona's got it for out number 3. The Yankees strand 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Yankees 4, Cleveland 3. We got Roman, Held, and Delahose due up here for the Indians. John tripled his first time up, drove in the 3 runs. Like I say, it was the second triple of the series. Not bad for a catcher, and he blasts that ball in the right field. Oh, John, he's got Sheldon figured out here, folks. That's a leadoff double. Just like that, the time runs in scoring position for Woody Held. Woody grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Sheldon. Only his second strikeout of the game. Now there's 1 out for Delahose. He grounded back to first his first time up. And that's going to be a single. Just out of the reach of Scouring. He gets to it quickly. He'll keep roaming at third. It's first and third now, folks, with 1 out. And that brings up MUDCAT. Grant, we're going to let him swing away. Yankees are going to play back for the double play. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a single in the left field because we don't need no stinking DH. And MUDCAT helps himself out here. And Delahose is going to end up down at third. And this game is tied up, folks. No, he doesn't end up down at third. He's not an F runner. I got to take that back. Delahose stays at second. Sorry about that. Was not looking at it right. So it's going to be first and second. The run still scores, but we'll have first and second instead of first and third. And this game is tied up at 4 apiece, folks. Johnny Temple's up now, top of the order, with Delahose down at second, Grant down at first. He's grounded out the short and the third. The Yankees will take out again, but he flies out the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Delahose over? No, he's not going to test Rogers' arm. So that's 2 outs now with runners first and second. Jimmy Pearsall is up. And Jimmy's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the third and short also. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second, down the short rather. Kubek's up with it over to Bobby at second. That'll end the inning, but MUDCAT with that single ties this ball game up, folks. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4 apiece. 4-4-4. We got Blanchard, Howard, and Gardner due up here. Johnny's 1 for 1 today. He's got a single and an RBI. And he's going to have another single, folks. That ball's hit in the center field, and Blanchard's starting to hit, folks. Watch out if he starts getting hot. That'll bring up Mr. Elston Howard, who hit a 3-run homer his last time up. Can he do it again, folks? That was number 14 on the year for him, and numbers 65, 4, and 63 RBIs on the year. And he's done it again, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. This time down the left field line. He pulled that one. That one's in the upper deck down there, and he gives the Yankees a 6-4 lead. Howard and Blanchard are the men of the hour, folks. Excuse me as I take a drink. That'll bring up Mr. Billy Shotgun Gardner. He grounded out the third his first time up. Nobody out. MUDCAT gives up the lead as quick as he got it. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field, and that's going to get the bullpen up, folks. Cleveland doesn't have a great bullpen. They're going to be getting them up here. And that'll send up Sheldon. He's going to try to sacrifice Billy over in the scoring position here with nobody out. Give the top of the order a chance to drive in some more runs. Here's the pitch to Sheldon. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And he lays down a nice bunt. That's down the third base line. And Della hoses up with it. He's going to fire over the first with Temple covering. And that'll get the runner down to second. And that'll bring up Bobby Richardson now with 1 out, runner in scoring position. And Bobby's 0 for 2. He's popped up and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field, and that's not going to be deep enough to get Gardner over. So that's 2 outs now. So it's up to Kubek to drive Gardner in. Can he come through with a key 2-out hit here? He's 1 for 2 with a double his last time up. And that's going to do it, folks. That's going to be a single in the center field. Nice piece of hitting by Kubek. Gardner score easy. And we got Kubek down at first for Roger Maris. Roger hit number 64 on the year, folks. 2 outs. Kubek down at first. Rogers 0 for 2. He's grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. And he has a big swing and a miss, strike 3. And that does it for the Yanks, but they score 3. 2 on the home run by Howard, his second home run of the game. And we go to the top of the 5th. It's 7-4 New York. Got Francona, Kirkland, and Power. Can Sheldon hold it? Nobody's been able to hold this lead today. Francona's 1 for 2, came around the score and flew out the mitt. And that ball is well hit. Here we go. Ball is flying around today, and that ball's hit in the left field, and Francona's going to keep running until they throw him out, and he's going to end up down at third. Just like that, folks. Got a lead-off triple by Francona. Braves are going to play back. He'll give up that run, get some outs here. Kirkland's 1 for 1. He walked, came around the score his first time up. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be deep enough to score Francona. And that makes it a 7-5 ball game. But that's out number 1. So now you got nobody on with 1 out for Vic Power. And it's 7-5. Power's 1 for 2, singled and flew out the right. And that'll be a fly ball out the center field. Mix got that. That'll be out number 2. And here comes John Roman. He's tripled in this game also, folks. He's 2 for 2, a triple and a double. He's a home run and a single short of the cycle. Hey, Tim D. Here's the pitch to John. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning. But the Cleveland Indians score 1, make it a 2-run game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You got Mantle, Scourin, and Blanchard. Mix 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped up the third his second time up. And that's going to be another base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with Mick. Mick trots on down the first. That brings up Moose Scourin. He got hit by a pitch and flew out to Francona. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's only the second strikeout for MUDCAT. Brings up Johnny Blanchard now. Johnny's a perfect 2 for 2 today. Can he keep this up, folks, and drive Mick in? No, that might, well, it might be. Let me look. Hit by pitch. Now the Yankees are coming out of the dugout, folks. They just hit Johnny Blanchard, and there's words being exchanged. Apart. Nobody got ejected, but the Yankees are not happy. And here comes Mr. Howard. He's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. And if they hit him, this could all erupt here. Can Elston Howard hit number 3 on the day, folks? Here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. and that'll advance the runners. With 2 outs, Mick will be down at third, Blanchard down at second. They finally get Howard out, and that brings up Billy Gardner with a 2-out base hit. He could drive in too. Blanchard, not much speed out there, so to take a decent hit, the score for Johnny. Can Billy do it? He singled and came around. Not this time, folks, as that's going to be hit back to the mound, I believe. Yep, back to MUDCAT. He fires over to first, and the Yankees strand too, and still are chirping about Blanchard being hit. As we go to the top of the 6th, it's held. Delahoo's and maybe MUDCAT. We might pitch it for MUDCAT. And does Sheldon nail MUDCAT? That would be the question if he bats. Woody's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts on the day for Held. Sheldon's 4 strikeout. Half of them has been Woody. Delahoo's is up now. He's grounded out the first and singled. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's got it for out number 2. And we are going to let MUDCAT bat. Let's see if Sheldon puts one in his ear here, folks. And MUDCAT is 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run his last time up. And no, that's a swing and a miss on a wicked curveball. MUDCAT's legs was buckling. He thought that was headed for his ear. That's not nice to be doing to a fellow pitcher, making him look that bad. 1, 2, 3 goes to Tribe. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-5 New York. Sheldon, then back to the top of the order, and Richardson and Quebec. Rollie's 0 for 1. He grounded out the third and had a sacrifice bunt. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Sheldon's out of there. Up comes Bobby Richardson now. See if Bobby can get something started. He's 0 for 3 today. And yes, he can. That's a base hit in the center field. And that'll get the bullpen firing up quick. I might even bring in a lefty right now to face Quebec and Maris. That might be it for MUDCAT. See who they got out here in the bullpen. We got a decent bullpen with the September call-ups. See who they're going to go to. Might bring in Steve Hamilton here to pitch. I don't think he's pitched yet this year. Let's see. Bring in a fresh arm against Quebec and Roger. Looks like he has pitched this year. Yeah. He's pitched in 3 games. We might not go to Hamilton. I didn't think he had pitched yet this year. Let's see who they got out here that hasn't pitched in a while. Hamilton, a lefty. Allen, a lefty. And McDowell. I still say they're going to go with Hamilton. We're going to go with Hamilton. It's been a while since he pitched. Probably hasn't pitched since he's been called up. So Steve Hamilton's coming in. And he's going to pitch the Quebec, Maris. And if it gets the Mantle, he'll pitch the Mantle and turn Mick around to the right side. You got 1 out now. And this is Hamilton's 4th appearance. He doesn't have an ERA, folks. And he doesn't have a record. He does have 1 save on the year. And here's the pitch to Tony Quebec. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. and holds up with it, fires over the power for out number 2. Can Roger do something here in the 6th inning, folks? Roger is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what they wanted out of Hamilton. They brought him in to face the lefties. And that'll turn Mick to the right side. This will probably be Hamilton's last batter one way or the other. Mick's 0 for 1. He's walked twice, popped up the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Mick. Maris gets stranded at first. We go to the 7th inning, folks. It's 7-5 New York. You got the top of the order due up here for the Indians. Temple, Pearsall, and Francona. Johnny's 0 for 3. And not anymore, because he squares this one up against Sheldon. And that ball is hit in the right field. That'll be a double. Lead off double for Temple. And that'll bring up Mr. Jimmy Pearsall. And that'll get the bullpen going for the Yanks. We'll have Al roughing up. And let's see here. And old Tex is going to get up. Roughing and Tex is up. And the Yankee bullpen, Jimmy Pearsall's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. No, down the first. That'll get the runner over to third with 1 out. And again, they're going to play back. They don't want to give up the big inning. They got a 2-run lead, but a strikeout against Tony Tito here would be nice. He's 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory down the third baseline. Tony Kubek near the wall there makes the catch. Everybody stays put. That was a big second out. Now we go to Willie Kirtland now. The runner still down at third. Kirtland's 1 for 1. He's walked, has an RBI, and he's came around to score. And he has a sacrifice fly. And that's going to do it for this inning, folks. That's a lazy fly ball out the right field. And the Indians leave Temple stranded down at third. And it's still 7-5 as we get to the 7th inning stretch. And the Indians will be bringing in another pitcher here to face the, I don't know. They're going to let Hamilton pitch the Scour and Blanchard, since you got the lefty due up second. Moose is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, blown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a ace on balls. How about that? Hamilton walks, Scouring. That'll bring up Blanchard. Blanchard's had one heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. Can he do some more damage here with the Moose down at first? And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Scouring will stop at second, and the Yankees are making some noise here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to be it for Hamilton. That didn't work out the way Indians wanted it to. Let's see who's going to come in here and face these righties now. It might be Bill Daly coming in here to pitch. Yeah, Bill, he's pitched in 12 games. We're going to bring him in here. So Bill Daly's going to come in here to pitch, face these righties. righty. Daly's due up fourth in the 8th inning. Okay, he's going to face Howard here with nobody out. Runners on first and second. Again, not much speed anywhere you look. Scourin and Blanchard and Howard doesn't have much speed. Elston Howard's 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, folks. Can he get number 6, 7, or even 8? And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Infield fly rules in effect. And that ball is hit down the short. Held makes the catch to make it official. That's out number 1. Can Billy Gardner come through here with a 1-out base hit? He's 1 for 3, folks. And not going to happen. That's going to be hit back to the mound. He's going to spin down the second. Throw down there. Held's got it. He fires over the power, and that's a 1-6-3 double play, folks. And the Indians get out of the mess in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 7-5 New York Power. Roman and Held due up here against Sheldon. Sheldon's due to lead off the 8th. They like to see him get through this. Vic is 1 for 3 today. Here's to pitch the power. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short for out number 1. And that'll bring up Mr. Johnny Roman, who's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a triple and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Johnny's down at first. That brings the tying run to the plate, and Woody Held. And Woody's 0 for 3. He struck out in his last 2 times and grounded out the second. And that's going to be another base on balls, and that might be it for Sheldon. And I believe it is. They're going to make the double switch here. Boyer's going to come in the game. We're going to take Gardner out. And the pitcher will bat in Gardner's spot. Let's see, he's going to come in here to pitch now. You got 1 out, runners on first and second. You got Della Hose, a pitch hitter for Daly. Then back to the top of the order. You got Ruffin or Clever, or do we go to Luis, who got beat around his last time up, folks? My intention is to go to Luis since we're making the double switch. But let's see here. We're going to bring in Tex. He's going to come in. See if Tex can get them through this 8th inning here. I don't want Tex batting in the 9-hole. I want him batting in the 8-hole. Fix this here. All righty. Tex is going to come in and bat for where Gardner was, since Gardner made the last out. Then we'll bring Boyer in to play third. He'll bat in the 9 spot. All righty. Here we go. First and second and 1 out. Yankees looking to turn 2 and get out of this. Here's Della Hose. Let's see if we want to pitch hit for Della Hose. Who they got on the bench to play third? They got Bubba Phelps, but he's a righty also. I don't believe they got much in the form of lefties. No, they don't. They're all in the game. So Della Hose is going to hit. He's 1 for 3, grounded out the second and the first. And that's going to be a First on the air one, Tex E1 loads the bases up, folks. Bases are juiced. Not what the Yankees was looking for there. Could have been an easy out. That'll bring up a pitch hitter here for Daly. And let's see who they're going to bring out the bench here. Might bring in Dillard. I think that's who they're going to get. Don Dillard's going to come off the bench. And the Yankees are going to counter and bring in Luis after Dillard's announced in the game. They'll bring in the lefty to face Dillard. So Tex doesn't do his job. There's Don Dillard. Like I say, that'll be it for Tex. And let's see if Luis can come in and do the job this time with the lefty up. Bases juiced, one out. Yankees need a double play ball out of Luis. And I just put him in the wrong spot, so cancel that. All righty, here it is. Luis enters the game. This is his 52nd appearance with a 2.55 ERA. Looking for save number 36. He blew save 36, but got the win the last time. Can he get the double play ground ball off of Dillard? Dillard's batting 238 with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs. And that is going to be a fly ball out to center field. That will score the runner from third, though, and make this a one-run game. Mick throws the ball in. Held will stay put at second. So it's now 7-6. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And we're back to the top of the order, and Johnny Temple. Johnny's 1 for 2, hit a double his last time up. Here's the pitch from Luis. And that's going to be a base on balls. Here we go. Bases are juiced again, folks. And now we got Jimmy Pearsall up. He's 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger Maris. That'll end the inning. But it is now 7-6 New York as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And he's going to come out here and pitch for the Tribe now. You got Boyer and then Richardson and Quebec. And it looks like it's going to be Joe Shavenoff coming in here to pitch for the Tribe. Can he keep this a one-run game and give the Indians a chance here in the top of the 9th? This is Joe's 7th appearance. He's got a 3.6 ERA. He doesn't have a record and no saves. Like I say, he'll be facing Boyer, Richardson, and Quebec. Boyer is batting 224 on the year with 10 home runs, 59 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Clint. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Francona and left, out number 1. And that'll bring up Bobby Richardson now. He gets something started. The Yankees would like to have some wiggle room. Bobby's 1 for 4. He did single his last time up. And he'll single again in the center field. Jimmy Pearsall can't get to that one. He'll take it on the bounce. That'll set the tables up here for Quebec and then Maris. Can Tony keep this hit parade going? Tony's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Kirtland's got that one measured. That's out number 2. It's all up to Roger here. Roger add to this 7-6 lead. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and walked his last time up. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. No, it's not. He's got the W. He walks Roger. Didn't want no parts of Roger. Here comes the Mick. Now with Richardson in scoring position with 2 outs. A base hit definitely scores Bobby. Mick's 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. He struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Joe can't find the strike zone, folks. Bases are juiced for the Yanks. Can they bust this game open here in the bottom of the 8th? It's all up to Bill Scowen. He's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, walked, struck out, and flown out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field, left field rather. That's going to score 2. Mick's going to advance to third. And just like that, the Yankees got a 3-run lead. Nice job by Moose with his 131st and 32nd RBIs of the year. He continues to deliver, folks. Now it's 1st and 3rd, 2 outs for Johnny Blanchard. Johnny's 3 for 3 with 1 RBI, and he scored twice. Can Johnny keep this a perfect game? He's got that batting average up to 261, folks. Here's the pitch to Blanchard, and that's going to be a hit by pitch, and the bench is clear, folks. They're brawling out there. Johnny Blanchard, the second time, charges the mound, and they are fisticuffs going crazy. And that'll be it for Joe, and they're kicking Blanchard out of the game also, folks. Jeez, you Pete's. You could see that coming a mile away. Yogi will come in and pitch run. Well, maybe not. Let's see here. Might bring in Reed to go play left field. Reed with the speed's going to come on to pitch run for Blanchard. And then we're going to need a new pitcher for the Indians. This game has gotten out of control. 3 hit batters. Sure. This is crazy. So we'll have a pitch runner here in Reed. Hopefully nobody on the Yankees got hurt. Trying to make the playoffs here. There's Jack Reed. He'll come out the pitch run. And now who is the Tribe going to bring out the pitch here, folks? You can see this game getting ugly in a hurry. And it looks like it's going to be Bobby Locke's going to come out the pitch. Bases are still loaded. And it's 9-6 New York. And you got Elston Howard up. Mantle down at third after the fight. Scouring at second. Reed at first. Here's the pitch to Howard, having a whale of a game. 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Locke. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. That'll end the bottom of the 8th. but the Yankees scored 2 and take a 9-6 lead into the top of the ninth. We'll have Francona, Kirtland, and Power up here. Make the defensive replacement for Reed going in the center and the left field for Blanchard. Tito's 2 for 4 with that triple. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. And Howard makes the catch for out number 1 rather. That'll bring up Willie Kirtland. And Willie is 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI and came around the score. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Quebec over to first for out number 2. And here is Vic Power. And the Yankees close this game out and get the heck out of Dodge, folks. Vic's 1 for 4. And he gets a base hit. This game's not over yet. Power reaches on a single in the right field. And that'll bring up John Roman, not who the Yankees want to see. He's 2 for 3 with a triple and a double today, folks. Here's the pitch to Roman. And they finally get him out. That ball's course hit out to Jack Reed, who makes a nice catch out there in left field to end this game. What a wild game. 3 hit batters. A fight, ejections. Exactly. Self-defense. Crazy, crazy. And there's a fan up in the stands thinking about one day buying a baseball team at a shipbuilder, rooting for the Indians. Let's take a look at the box score here. The Tribe, 6 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Yankees, 9 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Tito Francona had a half a game, folks. He had a triple also. And, of course, Johnny Roman, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, a double and a triple. These 2 guys was the heart and soul of this game for the Tribe. The Tribe are 5 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Did a good job there. They still left 9 men on base. Yeah, it was wild, wasn't it, Tim? Top of the order, Bobby Richardson and Quebec combined 4 for 10. And then you had Scowen and, of course, Johnny Blanchard and Elston Howard were the men. Blanchard 3 for 3 today. Howard 2 for 5. Yankees were 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 men on base. MUDCAT falls to 13 and 12 on the year. He goes 5 1/3 innings, gives up 8 hits, 7 runs, walked 2, struck out 3, gives up the 2 home runs to Howard. Hamilton comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up a hit, walks 2, and strikes out 1. Daly with a 1 inning pitch. Joe, a 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and got ejected. Law comes in and pitches the last third of the inning. Sheldon goes 7 1/3, picks up his 11th win. He's 11 and 5, 9 hits, 6 runs, only 5 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 5. Tex comes in, doesn't get his man out. And Luis comes in, pitches an inning and 2/3, gives up a hit and a walk, and picks up his 36th save of the year. And let's do some fast play here. We got the Senators traveling up to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. See what happens up I-95. Orioles can't afford to lose, folks. They're on the brink of being eliminated. and they don't. The Senators 4 runs on 9 hits in an error, and the Orioles and 4 runs rather for the Senators, 9 hits in an error. Orioles 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And old Gus had a hell of a game, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Then you got the Tigers going up 95. We go to Boston. Let's see if the Red Sox is willing to help the Yankees out here and beat these Tigers. No, the Tigers take it to Boston. 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. And the Red Sox 2 runs, 7 hits, and an error. Then you got the Twins traveling to Kansas City to take on the A's. And the A's win big. Twins 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors. And the A's 7 runs on 10 hits and an error. And then you got the White Sox traveling out to LA to take on the Angels. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Tim. Let's see what happens out here in LA Wrigley. And the White Sox win big. The White Sox 9 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The Angels 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Take a look at the standings after September 9th. Yankees still with 11-game lead over the Tigers. Orioles are 12 games back. The White Sox are 18 games back, and I think the Twins have been eliminated with that 6-game losing streak. I think it's a 4-team race right now. Check out the Twins here. And the Yankees hit their 100 win mark, folks. 143. And yes, the Twins was eliminated with that loss today. Let's see if the White Sox was eliminated. They've won 6 in a row, though. No, the White Sox are down to 1 game. They got to win every game and hope the Yanks lose every game. So, still a 4-team race, but the Sox are almost eliminated. So then you got the Angels, Red Sox, Indians, Senators, and A's all been eliminated. The Angels 34 games back, Red Sox 38 and a half, the Tribe 43 games back, Senators 52, and the A's 53 and a half. Yeah, they are, Tim. You're right. Yep. And the top of the league's been winning, and the bottom part's been losing, except for the A's. The A's, they're on a 2-game winning streak. Elston Howard's back in the top with batting average. Got back ahead of Norm Cash with that great performance today, batting 343. Maris still at 63. Gentile still at 56. Mick still leading the league with 138 RBIs. Jim Bunning with that 2.18 ERA, leading the American League with the 21 wins. And Luis just picked up his 36th save. Roger leading in the MVP voting. And Bill Stafford still leading in the Cy Young votes, folks. I want to thank Tim D. Big Clue. Legend Sports Universe says he'll be on around 11 o'clock this evening. Check out that great channel. I believe that was everybody. Until next time, folks, you all have a great evening. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit that bell and hit that like button. Until then, you all have a great night and take care.